I am sitting here thinking about the version of myself from 2 years ago. The one who said yes to everything because saying no felt like disappointing the entire world. I used to think being selfless meant disappearing, that loving others meant forgetting I existed. I'd catch glimpses of myself in mirror and feels like I was looking at a stranger who was slowly fading away. Self-love felt like this impossible concept that other people had figured out, and I was somehow locked out of. Like there was this secret club of people who actually liked themselves, and I didn't have the password to get in. Over time, I realized self-love isn't about convincing yourself you're perfect. It's about learning to be your own friend instead of your own worst enemy. Today, I want to share 4 things that helped me stop treating myself like someone I barely tolerate and start treating myself like someone I actually care about. Step 1. Journaling. Journaling is the first thing that changed everything. I started writing in my journal like I was talking to my best friend. I used to write these boring entries about what I ate for breakfast or complain about my day. But then I started asking myself questions I was afraid to ask out loud. Why did that situation hurt so much? What am I actually afraid will happen if I disappoint someone? Writing became this safe space where I could admit things I'd never say to another person. Like how jealous I get sometimes, or how scared I am that I'm not interesting enough, or how I don't even know what I want because I spent so long focusing on what everyone else wants. There is something magical about seeing your thoughts on paper. They stop being this overwhelming storm in your head and become something you can actually work with. I started recognizing patterns, like how I always blame myself first, or how I minimize my feeling to make space for everyone else's. Now, when I write, I feel like I'm checking in with someone I care about. Me. I ask myself, how are you really feeling today? And I actually listen to the answer. Step 2. Dancing. Dancing became this form of freedom. one found within, letting go without a care in the world, allowing my body to mirror the rhythm of whatever I'm listening to. My heart often overflows with joy after each moment of release, carrying that lightness with me long after the music stops. A reminder that happiness can be this simple. Step 3. Solo dates. I started taking myself on dates, and it completely changed how I see my own company. At first, the idea terrified me, sitting alone at a restaurant, going to a museum by myself. What would people think? But then I realized I spent all this energy trying to impress others on dates, but never spent quality time with myself. My first solo date was at a Korean restaurant. I bought myself a large meal, sat at a corner table, and just existed. I read, I people watch, I let my mind wander, and something beautiful happened. I realized how peaceful and calming being in my own company could be. Now, I take myself out regularly. Sometimes it's a walk through a part of town I've never explored. Sometimes it's trying a new restaurant. Sometimes it's just sitting by the water and watching the sunset. The solo date taught me that I'm actually a pretty good company. I don't need to entertain myself or impress myself. I can just be present with who I am, and that's enough. Step 4. Being creative. Creating something, whether it's these YouTube videos, sketching, or experiencing art through different lenses, makes me feel this deep sense of awareness. I've become more conscious about the way I perceive the world around me. I started noticing little detail I walked past 1,000 times before. When I am in a creative mode, it's like I'm seeing with fresh eyes. The way light hit the building become fascinating. A conversation I overhear spark ideas. Even mundane moments start feeling like they have stories worth telling. There is something about the act of creating that makes me feel more alive, more present. It's not about making something perfect or impressive. It's about translating what's inside me into something tangible. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it surprises me, but it is always mine.